Hey everybody. Got the hair back, slicked back. One of those days. Hey, haven't been on here in a while. The reason is I've been so overwhelmed with decisions. Have you ever been that in your life? And I'm sure everybody's going through a lot of stuff right now. And especially when I get out and I start to talk to people and kind of almost feel their energies. Everybody's going through this stress, through this decisions and stuff like that. But in the last week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever, my life has just been like, what in the world, My van hitting this, trying to figure that whole thing out in between houses right now because I'm building my property, building my dream to be self-sufficient, right? Work, relationships, all these different things. It's just like, it was overwhelming with how many decisions had to be made that it almost like short-circuited myself. You get what I'm saying? So we all have these challenges. We all have these times that just become so overwhelming with stress, with fear of change, with anxiety of not going anywhere, different things like that. And sometimes it can almost suffocate you. And so I did. I almost felt suffocated. It's like, oh my God. It's like I couldn't even make a decision. It's like it just zapped all my energy from me because of how many decisions I had to make, even down to get this fence, this wire, this generator, da-da-da-da-da. So there's so many things. And with all that, I didn't try to panic. I didn't try to go, okay, hey, I got to change everything that I do or reach for something or do anything else. The way you do it is just take your hands off the wheel. You've heard it before. Take your hands off the wheel and just let it flow. Let it flow. Let it unfold. Sit with it. Don't try to change it so much and don't try to make something happen, which you have to do a little bit. You have to kind of meet it halfway. You have to give your energy, intellectually, and you have to give your physical effort to make what you want to happen. But then also you have to just allow it to come to you. You get what I'm saying? So when things are so chaotic, then there's almost no way to kind of make things straight at the moment. The best way to do is put your attention to it, put your effort to what's in front of you, and also just to allow it to flow. And that's what I've learned in life a lot. Some people will call me lazy. Some people call me, I don't pay attention to things, but I allow things to flow. I allow things to unfold. I allow things to come to me because I don't want to chase anything anymore, because chasing to me is just, it's almost a little bit pathetic. You get what I'm saying? What's supposed to come to me is come to me, and I will give 1,000% of my effort, of my attention to that. But I don't have much effort to go chase things anymore. I chase stuff my whole life. So now I'm on receptive side of, receiving what life wants to bring to me, even if it wants to take shit away from me, which it has, quite a bit. Is it taking it away or is it just changing away? So again, I haven't talked to you guys in a while. I know a lot of people go through this, and anytime I go through something, I like to talk to people about it because maybe it can help somebody out, right? You see that my life is, I go here, I go here, I go here, but underneath there's residue of, inconsistency. And this is what I'm trying to do right now, is to fine-tune my life, because again, for the last 3 years, after being married for 24 years and being divorced, well, hello, you have to learn to find somebody new, right? So I went out and found that new person, because there's no way that I was going to be able to see anything that I normally see the same after being in a relationship for 24 years and now I'm by myself, okay? So what was that? That was a search to find this new person, not trying to cover it up, not trying to stay who he was, not trying to go back or blame. It was finding a new person, and that to me is called being born again. And now that I feel that I'm born again, I'm really comfortable with this person that I am now, I can start building a life around him. But why build something around the foundation if it's shaky? So if you're shaky, stop trying to grab, stop trying to bring things in. To me, if you're shaky, you need to push things away, push relationship, push this, things away. So you can become more settled. Once you become more settled, well, then you can become more grounded with yourself and then start building the life that you want. So again, my past life got blown to pieces. Okay, cool, right? Instead of trying to build a new one right away with a shaky foundation, which is me, then I would have had a shaky life. So I allowed a lot of uncertainty, a lot of, search and a lot of discomfort to happen to kind of bring this cyclone of of newness into a point where now I'm comfortable, and now this foundation of me can build a new life. And this new life that I'm going to be building is so exciting. You know what I mean? I want to do something different. I want to live off the grid. I want to kind of do something. Yeah, I'm only 20 minutes away from the city, so but you get what I'm saying. So do it that way. But the reason I just want to talk to you guys is about all this uncertainty. Try just to sit with it. Try to be patient with it. Try to allow it to flow, but make sure you're giving your mental, effort to it. You're giving your physical effort to it, but you're not overdoing or panicking or making decisions that shouldn't be made at the moment. Right now, to me, is the moment to prepare for the future, but also to be still and wait to see what the next direction is, because we don't know out there. After watching this presidential election, dude, really? I'm not putting any faith in anybody. I'm putting faith in me. And so that's why it's time to, make sure your foundation is solid, right? Make sure your foundation is solid through all this craziness. So again, just talking to you guys again. I like to talk, especially when I go through struggles. I like to talk to people because that helps me out, and then it helps other people out too. So, and this is what Instagram is for. We're supposed to share. We're supposed to connect. It's not about look at how great I am and look who I'm hanging out with and look at everything that I've gained. This isn't that time in life anymore. It's time to share. It's time to connect. It's time to help. And right now it's very, very important, because I see it getting more distant and more distant, man. When I go out in public, it's like everybody's afraid of each other. They don't even look at each other. They barely talk to each other. They stand off, and it's almost subconsciously they're doing it and they don't even know it. So I don't want to be involved in that. Like I say, I've always said I take a lot of pride in being a human being. So if I take pride in being a human being, then I don't want it to be suffocated by other mindsets and other ways. I want to live free. So again, get that foundation strong, everybody. Get that foundation strong. Sometimes we go through shakiness, but just sit, allow, but be focused, and hope everybody's doing good out there. Peace, everybody. Have a good Sunday.